right,
back.
here we go. Episode 1.
Episode 1, baby.
The official one.
Mm-hmm.
Thick in the Stick. I am Sir Thick.
I'm Sir Stick.
And together we're Thick in the Stick. We got young Nihad in the studio today.
What's up, guys?
He's gonna be our fact checker. We're gonna. He's not
and our slave.
He's gonna be our behind the scenes guy, our producer. So we're starting all of this. The three of us, the big three. We're working into trying to figure out how we're gonna implement the rest of these shows and what we're gonna talk about. So today is gonna be that first trial of not just freestyling everything, but kind of having a little bit more structure. And better lighting than last time. We got some lights in the business. Shout out to Steven. Thank you for the lighting.
Some straight porn star lighting.
Yeah, man.
Here on the casting couch.
Yeah. But let's start off with this last week and a half. We were supposed to do a podcast last weekend, but, you know, life gets in the way, and that's totally fine. We rescheduled, and here we are. We're making it work. It's kind of rough when you have three somewhat adults trying to get on the same page when it comes to scheduling, but we're making it happen.
It's like the hardest part of life, like in general, as you get older, dude.
Getting older.
Find time with your friends, make shit happen, but
here we are. We made it happen. We're recording on two things today. We're doing the laptop and Nihad's iPhone 11 Pro.
We're killing it.
We're killing it. We're making it happen. One thing I wanted to start off with was just thanking you guys. Hey, we got 80-something views on our first video, our pilot. If you had trouble finding it, it's because Matt over here just named it Pilot.
Hey, no, it had to be obscure, bro. Like, the pilot episode had to be obscure. Collector's edition.
I had trouble finding it. If you just search up Pilot, things are going to pop up that are not our podcast. But yeah, today we'll be throwing a new name on it today. But yeah, man, this last week and a half was pretty rough for me. As I mentioned last week or the week before, I've been doing that 75 hard, and even though I'm seeing really good results, it's getting a little tougher and tougher just because I'm not used to being sore every day, man. Like my back, my legs, my ass, my arms, just everything's sore. But today marks 30 pounds down. So thank you. You know, we're on that fitness journey.
Yes, sir.
Wearing shirts that didn't fit me before, and now here we are. One of the biggest things that I noticed is my mentality is changing on a bunch of things. The way I'm thinking about things is very different.
Really?
I was driving home from work the other day, and I had a shitty day at work, but I had a conversation with myself on the way home of being the best person that I can be without letting the circumstances of other stresses get in the way. Because I noticed I was getting a little bit irritated with people, and one thing that I gotta remember is you can't let the stresses in your life impact the other places of your life.
Yeah, I asked Angel if he adopted his dog, and he was like, no, I gave birth to him. And I was like, all right.
And you know, some things come off a little snappy, but when you ask stupid questions, you get fucking stupid answers.
Dude, he has the king of stupid questions.
God damn. Did you adopt your dog? No, I fucking gave birth to it. But yeah, to my point is one thing that I wanted to emphasize on is being the best of everything that you can be with what you got. So me, I'm trying to be the best worker, the best uncle I can be, the best son I can be to my mom, the best brother I can be to my brother and everything like that. And the best now dog dad to my dog son, Jasper. Just adopted him yesterday. And he is the epitome of a dickhead, man.
Well, yeah, look at his dad.
Fuck, man. He's already following his old man's footsteps.
Okay to pee in the room.
Oh, dude.
Oh my
God. That was the thing, man. I don't care. so much. It's not that I don't care. I would rather him piss in the room because he's gonna pee on the wall and not the carpet. Okay. And
what was Jasper's backstory? How did he end up in the shelter?
So from what I heard from them, because they had a little bio on him, is he was a stray. And for those of you that don't know Jasper, he's a 11-month brindle pit terrier, and he's about 50 pounds. He's a medium-sized dog. So he was a stray, and then he got adopted by a family, and on their way home, they stopped at Petco or some pet store or whatever, and they let the windows down a little bit.
Oh, he ran out?
And he fucking jumped out and escaped, bro, and ended up back at the adoption center at the animal shelter. Shout out San Jose Animal Shelter.
Like he went back to the animal shelter?
Well,
or they found his ass again?
They found his ass and took him back. Okay. And they're all like, you know what? He's too much to handle. You just can't quit on a kid like that just because he escaped. He's a boy. He's a little pup. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I want to run free.
He sees a fucking squirrel. He's gonna chase a squirrel. He sees a little piece of hyena, he's gonna go find that hyena. You know what I mean?
For real.
That's how they have to snip them.
Yeah, and he's neutered, and his rocket is still out all the time. He fucking grabbed a hold of my mom today and started humping her down.
Humping your mom?
Yeah, dude. I came home from the gym, and she was all like, "So I got to tell you something. It's nothing bad, but he did latch onto me and start humping me while I was working out." And I was like, well, maybe you should lock him in the backyard while you're working out.
Like, is grandma okay?
She's got a hole in her shorts. But yeah, that's his backstory. So he ended up back at the shelter, and I've been having a tough time. Every dog that I inquire about, as soon as I send out the email, I'll get an email the next day. Oh, he's been adopted already. We just haven't taken down the picture. And it's like, you guys are playing games with my heart. You guys got to be on top of this. Like,
those shelter dogs, man.
How dare you?
You gotta rehabilitate them, bro.
Yeah, like,
dude.
But I think I really lucked out. I because he's a shelter dog, but he listens pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He's not like super. He's not like a savage or anything. He doesn't go after people and just start biting them or anything. He does a little playful biting. He's still a pup.
He's practicing.
Yeah. He's like, well, I gotta test the waters. But yeah, it's really a freaking slap in the face seeing. I basically have a child.
Pretty much. A perpetual 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Zano called into the shelter when he was first looking for a golden retriever, and the lady was like, "Man, nobody's
there's no golden retrievers in adoption centers."
Yeah, man. It's all pit bulls and
chihuahuas.
Pit bulls, chihuahuas, and German shepherds.
Shit, I'll take a German shepherd from a shelter.
Oh, fuck that, bro. They can be savage. They're aggressive.
Territorial as
hell,
man. Like,
and they
especially like they're around their owner. Like they know it's master, and they're just like,
well, shit. If I'm the master, then I'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I started watching my friends and my brother.
I'll practice German. I'll take some German lessons.
Kind of hard.
9.
If he doesn't understand English,
But
there's this TV series on Netflix called Canine something.
Canine Rehab.
Yeah, it's something like that, but it's based out of San Jose.
For real?
And the dog trainer is out of San Jose.
Wow.
And he's very well known and whatnot.
What's his name?
It's like Jaws, but it's spelled Jas. Super cool dude. Very respected among the dog community. But even with the 1 or 2 episodes...
Tina? Does she go to his school?
Nihad, stop interrupting me. No, I'm joking. No, I actually inquired about hers too.
Oh.
She does Bay Area Canine Association.
That's
and
not that.
It's not that because you can just tell off the bat the pricing is way different. But yeah, I forgot what my point was.
I mean, I think we could start a fucking dog training business.
Well, dude, just the 1 or 2 videos that I saw of him, because it's all situational. Every episode is like different people and their dogs and stuff like that. But just the little points that I picked up off of those videos, I went straight to the backyard and started applying them to Jasper, and it worked just like that. So I think I'm gonna start training him like maybe once a week, every Friday, It's only like $75 for a private. You could get them in a bundle. It's like $500 for 12. So you just gotta invest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta find the time to put in the time.
Yeah, but it's nice, every now and then I'm just chilling on the couch, watching Netflix or whatever, and he'll just come up and lay his head on my thigh and snuggle up, and he's trying to test the waters, come up and see how far he could get up and see if he could get on the couch and shit. I let him up.
So he's allowed on the couch?
He's allowed
when you're there?
So in my room I have a couch. He's allowed on my couch certain times, not in the living room. But he sleeps on the floor, even though I bought him a nice ass bed. And I gotta return that at Costco. Shout out Costco return policy. He'll take back anything. He already pissed on it. I was so pissed off. I walked him to the backyard. I was like, all right, go potty, go pee. Takes his little lap, doesn't pee, bring him right inside. I was like, all right. I jumped on Warzone with Spencer. Boom. I just hear it out of the corner of the room, just water on like the bed. And I look
water
over
on the bed.
Yeah, and I look over and he's fucking bent over, just over the bed, just pissing on it. And I freaking smacked his ass a little bit, not too tough, so not no animal abuse. And then took him outside and just left him in the backyard for a little bit. And as soon as I let him back inside, he was the most cuddliest little, like, he knew he fucked up. You know, like, sure. They can tell.
They always know they fucked up.
They know. So
It could have been worse. He could have peed on your bed.
I'm just glad he didn't shit. To your point earlier,
right.
Shitting would be way worse because he's not a big ass dog, but he shits like a horse.
Yeah, like, dude, Zano's puppy fucking took that shit at the barbecue.
Dude, it was tiny, but fumes.
Tiny.
Oh.
Fumes.
I gag.
Clear a room, bro.
As soon as I fucking see it, I just gag. Like, it's bad. But, hey, man, comes with the territory.
Yeah.
He definitely wakes me up, and I feel like I'm have a little anxiety and a little, like
wakes you up in the middle of the night?
Well, yeah, because as soon as I hear him, I'm like, does he have to shit? And he could just be, like, moving around to a different area, and I get up, and I'm like, what you doing over there? He looks at me like, what you doing over there? Like, you getting up? I'm like, nah, you getting up? Nah, we good. And we just lay back down. But, yeah, he woke up super early today. Well, earlier than I usually wake up. 7 o'clock. I wake up usually around 9, but it made the day super long. I got so much shit done today. I could have gotten a lot more done.
Waking up early is the best, bro.
Yeah, and I'm freaking exhausted right now.
So peaceful. It's fucking easy to get shit done. I feel more productive.
Yeah, I hit the gym at 1 o'clock, and I felt like my day was supposed to be over. And it was just barely 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, having a dog is pretty dope. I haven't had a dog in a while, and I've never had a dog bigger than a Chihuahua. And it's nice to have a little buddy. He follows me everywhere. It's kind of
isn't he striped on the back?
Yeah, so he's brindle.
He kind of looks like a big honey bear.
Yeah, big honey bear. So for you guys that don't know, I used to have a brindle wiener dog Chihuahua mix, and I'll let your guys' imagination take that over. But she had the body of a wiener dog, the face of a pit bull with the brindle color. But she was mini. She was small, like a Chihuahua. So she was like made in the lab.
An extra long Chihuahua.
Yeah, basically. But hey, let's get into some currents for this week.
Vaccine rollout.
What about the vaccine rollout? Let's turn the mic over to Nihad and let him ask some questions about it.
Yeah, no, it's just stuff I've been reading about.
And where do you read this stuff? Usually on Facebook.
Yeah, just like the rest
WebMD.
Instagram, bro.
No,
Instagram. Are these where you get your facts?
It's a handful of things. I don't like to go just to one source. I like to, read about different articles and different opinions and, form my own based off those, right?
Yeah.
Because they know the facts. I wasn't there on the scene. But, they're saying that, we've got the Moderna vaccine out. We've got the Pfizer vaccine out. And then us, at least here in California, have certain, like, designated areas like stadiums where you can just drive through, concert halls where it's like they can accommodate a huge number of people rolling through in their cars just to get vaccinated and stamped to verify that they've got.
I feel like it all came out too early. Like, not necessarily too early because they had a whole year
to
like
science, bro.
Start.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but at the same time,
this is
I'm
like
gonna wait. For me personally, I'm gonna wait just because I already got COVID. and I beat it. Obviously, I'm still here. For me personally, I just wouldn't want to give it to my grandma. So if she chooses to get vaccinated, that's great. Then it takes a lot of stress off of me having to get vaccinated because she's probably the only reason why I would get vaccinated. That way I don't give it to her. And I just want to play things out and see how things go because, with these things, you never know.
I'm definitely waiting to see the stats on the Johnson & Johnson because they're the third one to release one. It's like
Johnson & Johnson, like the
baby,
the baby oil. Didn't they get sued for like having cancerous chemicals in their fucking baby powder?
Yeah.
See, if you were a real fact checker, you'd be able to look that up.
Well, we're talking about vaccines, not.
But it's the same company.
Hey,
they might have cancer up in those vaccines.
Yeah, look that up.
We were just talking about second chances.
No, you right.
We were talking about fifth chances.
Shit. Not when it comes to my life. What the fuck?
Like dude, I'll never forget when you were on the plane to go to Kansas City and the plane wouldn't start because just today, like American Airlines had to ground like a couple planes because the engines went out.
Yeah.
And
they're all like, oh well. We turned the plane off and we turned it back on. See if the engine light would go off, and I'm like, "What? Are you kidding me? You're gonna turn the plane off and turn it back on, and hopefully it works this time?"
Yeah, just like a car,
what
bro.
The fuck?
Like,
this is my life.
Try it a couple
more
times, like maybe it'll turn on.
No, thank you. Let me get off of this plane.
They say there's
once it's up there, you're good. Like you just fucking glide down.
The number's going down.
I got a coworker who's the airplane mechanic, and like a saying they've got is when like sometimes they're like, was that there when it came in? It's like if it flew in, it'll fly out.
Oh my god. Oh shit. But yeah, me personally, I don't think I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna get it. I've never taken a flu vaccine. Have you guys?
Never.
Yeah,
I've never done a flu
vaccines, and it's never been pretty. And ever since.
So you got sicker when you took the vaccine,
absolutely,
right?
because it's got a strain, part of the strain in the fucking vaccine.
That's the whole point of it.
That's how you like get the antibodies or whatever,
right?
The
whole goal is to, I don't want any form of that.
I don't want to get sick at all.
Oh yeah,
I don't give a fuck if it's a controlled version of it. I don't want to get sick at all.
Shit could have came off an asteroid. It's like,
what?
I'll take the vaccine. I'll get it. Like as soon as it's available. Yeah, fuck it.
We might have to do our next podcast off of Zoom. We might have to isolate you for a little bit.
Right.
Well, don't you have to like isolate for like
no
15 days after the vaccine? Or you're just straight good, right?
No.
Well, I think it takes a while to kick in and stuff.
So it sounds like the Johnson & Johnson, you just need one shot of it, not two shots.
Well, I heard that one's only 65% effective.
It was like I heard it was 82%.
Well, we got to fact check.
Fuck.
Next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still learning. It's a learning process. It's all right.
If you've made it this far, our Venmos are.
Yeah. Hey, we need some better lighting too. We need a new camera. So if anybody wants to donate out there to a good cause, the Thick and Stick Foundation, LLC.
Hope your commuter late night is going well, depending on the time you're watching this.
Yeah. But let's move on to the next thing. Angel's not taking the vaccine. Matt's taking the vaccine. Nihad somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Microdose next.
Microdose it. Put it in a pipe and smoke it. All right. Next thing. What do you got next, Nihad?
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Who cares? Yeah, it's supposed to rain.
It's supposed to
rain fucking knuckles
so mad
and
at
elbows,
you, bro. I'm so mad at you. Tomorrow's a fight, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow's a fight.
There we go.
UFC 259.
This is good. This is what we want. This is what we need.
UFC 259. The main fight is Adesanya versus Blachowicz.
Polish,
Yeah.
right?
The
Polish
Polish
hammer.
dude. Oh my god, that's gonna be a freaking ridiculous fight. And then we got Amanda Nunes versus who's the other girl?
The Lady
Anderson?
Goat, bro. She's the Lady Goat.
Amanda Nunes.
Oh,
for sure.
She's about to.
But the girl she's about to fight,
she's like,
she's fucking.
She's no joke.
She looks like a Viking chick. She's big. She's
Is
tall. She's got like, bro. She can.
I don't know if it's Shevchenko.
She could straight.
she had like
no.
tattoos on her.
She got tattoos.
Oh yeah, she's fucking.
Yeah,
she's hyped up. She's hyped up.
She's so lengthy that when she's standing up straight, she could scratch her ankle. Yeah. Like that's how fucking long her arms are, bro. She looks like she's mixed with some monkey. Like legit, she can freaking just go ham. And then we got a third title fight. Yan versus
Peter
Sterling.
Yan or some shit, whatever his name is.
Peter Yan versus something Sterling, and that's gonna be a good one too.
I think Sterling's gonna win that one.
Sterling's gonna win it.
He's
yeah,
up
I think he might be favored in that fight. So I got Sterling, Nunes, and Blachowicz.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
bro.
you guys have
To be honest, listen, hey, and I love
boys.
I love Adesanya. I love him. I think he's a great champ. I'm a big fan of both of them. But
Blachowicz is on a rampage.
he's
been knocking dudes out.
fucking nightmare, dude.
He's solid. He's a whole solid 205.
What he did to Reyes was ridiculous because I don't know if you guys remember the Reyes versus John Jones fight. Reyes arguably almost won that fight, could have won it.
Sure held his own.
But Blachowicz fucking destroyed him.
Yeah.
Made him look like a fucking chump.
They had to call it.
Ridiculous. So I could only imagine what he's gonna do to Adesanya because Adesanya weighed in at 201 and a half.
And how much? And he weighed in at 205.
He weighed in at 205.
So he'll probably put on another like 5
He went
pounds.
up a weight class, which is weird because the UFC goes from I think it's 185.
Light heavy?
No, light heavyweight is 205.
Is up to 205 and
no, you have to be dialed in at 205 basically.
For real?
But it's weird. You can't be a pound and a half over, but you could be over.
But he weighed in at 201.
Yeah. So as long as you're not over is their main issue. But yeah, he went up from 185 to 205 and he's 201 and a half, but
and he probably ate hella food that day just to get that.
I don't think he's going to have the punching power to put him away. If it goes all 5 rounds, I think Adesanya. But it really could end in the first or second round. If it doesn't end in the first or second round, then Adesanya all day. Because Blachowicz, his last like 3 or 4 fights have all been knockouts within like the first 2 rounds. And you don't know the type of gas tank you have, especially when you're a champ. I don't think he's ever gone 5 rounds.
Who, Adesanya?
No, Blachowicz.
Yeah.
Adesanya is always going 5 rounds. Not always, but he went 5 rounds against Romero where they didn't even really touch each other too much.
But that fight was whack though.
Yeah. Well, his fight against
Paulo Costas, right?
Paulo Costa, he stopped Paulo Costa.
If he does the same strategy and just goes for those calf kicks and fucks his legs up.
You saw what Poirier did to McGregor.
Dude, it's bad.
The calf kick
it's up and coming, dude.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I think the Thais utilize that a lot. You see them just going after the legs all the time, and then catching the legs, sweeping the other half.
If that's the case, Blachowicz is going to have to make a decision. Try to take him down or try to knock him out. There's no dancing with him, You're just going to get fucking wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, it's going to be an amazing fight.
Yeah,
that's one of the fights where you can't really just, dance around. They're going to respect each other for sure. I think they both respect each other. But I don't see Adesanya finishing him because what he did to Acosta, he just picked him apart. Acosta, whatever his last name is, he just didn't come prepared. But
I got faith in the wins.
You know it's going to be a great fight when Dominic Cruz is on
it's
the
a good
prelims,
bet.
bro.
It's a good bet though to make. Like if you got like a $50-100 to
blow, so
put it on Blachowicz.
Shout out King and the Sting, Brendan Schaub. He actually has a deal with DraftKings that if you pick his what is it when you bet on parlay? If you bet on his parlay, which is Sterling, Nunes, and Adesanya, if you bet $100,
so if you go for the favorites, pretty much.
If you do $100, then you get 300. If you do 1,000, then you get 3,000. So no matter what, they're tripling your bet, whatever you do. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't think Adesanya is gonna pull it off, man. But
I'd like to see him win, but I think Blachowicz is gonna. I hope Israel wins, but
it's weird because
bets.
I'll make a bet with you. Let's make a bet.
Let's make a bet.
What do you want to do? You want to do money? You want to do lunch? You want to do hand jobs? What do you want to do?
Oh man, money or hand jobs?
Both.
Can I get half money, half hand jobs?
I'll give you money to give me a hand job. Damn.
No, let's do money.
Wrap a fucking dollar around your wiener and stroke it.
No, we could do money.
I'm down. Well, you want to do $50?
Hey, you read my mind.
$50, man.
Yep. Yes,
you
sir.
heard it here first. All right.
Now I'm about to bet 100 on fucking Black Woods. I'm gonna hit up Vegas real quick, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think I got to download DraftKings because I really want to get into it.
Hey,
I want to try it out.
DraftKings doesn't work in California.
What?
I tried to download it and do that. Like,
really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude.
It's like
I download it.
It's state to state.
I try to use this fucking, Joey Diaz. Try to use one of his little codes, whatever, to get like a free $500 put in your account.
What?
Yeah, some crazy shit. They're like, yeah, and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, this doesn't work in California.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Some bullshit.
We gotta go underground.
I don't know. Samir was telling me you gotta use Bravado, and you gotta bet like European bets and shit like that. Like, all this extra shit.
Huh. Yeah, Zach does something. He has something on his phone where he does it. But I would think they promote here, so I don't know why they wouldn't.
They want you to move out of California.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want us to move to Austin, Texas. Shout out Joe Rogan. We'd be on the show sometime. The GOAT. The one that started it all for us.
Actually, there was some other. Well, yeah, for us, but there was some dude. I forgot Joe mentioned him that did it before Joe.
Oh,
did.
was it Tim Dillon?
Yeah, Tim Dillon. Yeah,
or some shit. One of those. Yeah, one of those guys.
Dude, he has so many great guests. And the best person that we can find is you right now.
What?
You're our only guest so far.
Right.
Episode 2.
He's a part of the show,
Episode 1.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. This is. I'm a guest. I feel like a guest. For sure.
Yeah, I feel like today you're
part
a guest.
Of the show.
Yeah.
Like Joe's got some people that are guests all the time, and that's what that is.
Young Jamie doesn't talk as much as you do, but
yeah, no. Definitely.
This is episode 1 of introducing you. You got to talk as much as you can.
We need more cameras, so our Venmos are.
Yeah. We need a GoPro.
Actually, if you could get us an office, that'd be great.
Hey, to be honest, so I walk the same route almost every day as part of my 75 hard challenge. One workout has to be outside, so I'll go on like a 45-hour walk. Ooh. And I'll go down the street, and off of 13th and Washington, there's this place where it's an empty facility, and they do pop-up shops. It's basically people that want to get their name out and like their brand, whether it be food or holistic.
We just bust all this shit out. Hey, we're the pop out.
No, that's
podcast.
what I was gonna ask him too. I was all like, "Hey, man, because he only does it like once every other week. Hey, if you're down, like I'll throw you $100. Let us like use it as a studio, like just bring in a table.
No, I know a place we could do it.
Yeah, Why are we in Matt's bedroom then right now?
Well, because they're out of town.
On the casket couch.
Who's out of town?
So there's this group called the Weekend Creative that they're like a creative. They're a couple of creatives. It's Arabella and Elle. They they originally were in Campbell and had a little studio where they take pictures of products. Lots of product photography, lots of Photoshop. Adobe had them on their YouTube giving like a lecture on how they edit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We could rent their studio for like money like that, but it's meant for stuff like this.
Huh?
It's crazy.
Like up and coming.
They're established, but they're definitely towards the beginning of like a possible legacy. They're super creative and do really good work from what I've seen. And if you guys want, like it's like between the three of us, fucking it's peanuts.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Yeah, reach out to them. Have you talked to them
windows.
about it?
No, dude. I didn't even come to my mind. I was just thinking about how it'd be nice to have creative space.
For sure.
I'm into photography. You're into
the arts.
The arts. You're into this. Podcasting. This is
I'm into big titties.
Who isn't?
I'm more of an ass guy myself, but
me too. Me too, definitely.
I'll take what I could get.
And the cheapest way for us is that like one day if we ever blow up and get our own studio, it's like renting a really cool one downtown.
You can't be saying stuff like blow up when you have a name like Nihad.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The FBI is bugging all our phones as we speak, bro.
They're listening to this podcast.
Triangulating shit.
We're gonna have to edit that out. On to the next subject. What else we got going on this weekend? We got the NBA All-Star game. Yep. Hey, man, to be honest, I feel like I'm not... Like, I like sports, don't get me wrong. Football is probably my main one. football and UFC, MMA. I know more about UFC and MMA than I do about anything else, but which doesn't say much. But I feel like I know certain players, but
for basketball,
yeah, but I wouldn't be able to tell you fucking if they change teams. Like I know LeBron.
See, I'm like that with football.
Yeah,
that's how I am with football too.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
super casual when it comes to
you
football.
Said about when you tell people, you're like, I don't really, I do.
Like I know the big headlines,
players, and that's it, man.
Like
when
I turn
the quarterbacks, maybe like the top defensive players.
I probably could name one person on every team. Debatable. They might have been traded.
That's gonna be a segment, bro. I'm gonna be like, Angel, who's this guy right here?
Hey, we could do that. Who's this?
Who he play for?
Yeah, you know what I always do too is I mix up different people's first names and last names, and I mix them together, like on accident.
Frankenstein over here.
Yeah, like I'll be like, is that Stephon Kyrie? Who you guys got? What is it? Team LeBron versus Team
LeBron
loser?
versus Team Durant.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But what is Durant? Durant's not even playing. He's injured.
Is he healthy? No, yeah, he's injured again.
He's injured.
Kyrie and James Harden.
And his best player, Anthony Davis, on Team Durant. You know who Anthony Davis is.
Yeah, the unibrow.
The unibrow, yep.
Trademark.
He's hurt too.
I wonder what my trademark would be. Yeah, man, he's not staying healthy, right? He gets hurt every year. Is that a thing?
Last year he was all right.
Yeah,
like he was
I don't think
healthy.
the Lakers are going to repeat. I think last year, and this is just me again, not the biggest basketball fan.
Well,
I think last year was a fluke.
Last year's final.
Last year was a fluke, and that doesn't even really count as a ring because it was a fucked up season and it was during COVID. Not everybody was healthy. Everything was all fucked up.
Hey, I disagree.
That should have been an
everybody.
interim ring.
I disagree. Everybody had the same fucking.
The answer's in that. He's like, if it was such a fluke, then anybody could have capitalized.
Mm-hmm. But the best team.
The best team capitalized.
They were like the number one seed.
All right, let's say COVID wasn't a thing. Do you think they still win?
Probably.
All right, that probably is a probably and not a yes.
They're all as long as they're all healthy, they'll win.
It would no. I had the Clippers versus the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and it would have went to Game 7. I don't know who would have fucking won.
Clippers did choke,
and they choked. They would have played the Lakers in the next round if they would have won.
I think.
I knew Miami was going to make
fucked
noise.
Up. Do you think he should have stayed
with Toronto?
Yeah. Because how do you win a championship and then just dip out?
They would have repeated.
That was some pretty cool shit, though.
They would have repeated
because they made it to the playoffs last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they did pretty
damn
good.
They got to the second round.
Yeah. Imagine them with Kawhi. Kawhi kind of blew up out of nowhere, don't you think?
Yeah. Well,
like, it was just fucking the Warriors versus LeBron for, like, the last 4 years, 5 years, and then all of a sudden, Kawhi just popped up. He was on the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
He was on the Spurs,
and then they traded
that first title
DeRozan
against the Heat.
Yeah.
They traded him for DeRozan, yep.
Damn, see, I know a little shit about basketball. I know that
basketball. That hoopity hop.
That hoopity hop, that boom boom.
That season against the Heat, like, was when, like, he was guarding LeBron, in the finals, and that's when, like, oh, who the fuck is Kawhi? This was like a specimen, just like long arms, long hands. It's like he's
No, he got hella.
He's a fucking robot.
In like 2016 or whatever, and he was killing the Warriors. He was killing them, and then fucking
the Spurs have always been good, yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs have always been a well-oiled machine.
Zaza's ankle?
He like put his foot underneath him, and then when he was coming down off a layup or whatever,
Zaza was that player for the Warriors that was like super dirty, right?
Yeah, that's.
I feel like he didn't fit the mold of what the Warriors were trying.
He won a championship though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That's not saying much. Like I would have won a championship with the fucking Warriors.
Yeah.
Just have me in there at the end of the game.
Shit, I did win a championship with the Warriors.
But nah, yeah.
Speaking of current events and sports, don't mean to cut you off there, buddy, but they're allowing baseball fans to go to baseball games this year.
That, yeah.
So if you guys want to go, I don't watch baseball worth a shit.
Dude, going to the park is the best.
Yeah. Once I'm done with this 75 hard thing, because I can't go to a baseball game.
Oh, you can't enjoy that shit sober, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta have
like, that's the only reason why I go to a baseball game is to drink and to eat fucked up food.
Mm-hmm.
Every other inning, it's like, what's going on? All right.
Yeah.
They're losing. But, yeah, baseball is very, very hard sport to play, man. Like it's easy.
It's a very hard sport to follow.
That too.
Like just to sit there, like that game could go on forever.
See, like I'm the same way with golf, but like,
listen,
you
golf.
Got into it.
Golf, for me, the thing that changed it for me was actually playing, not just going to the range, but going through an actual 9-hole or an 18-hole. I don't think I've ever I finished one 18-hole, but
damn, golf. That's like a whole ass.
Dude,
like,
now I
day,
can watch
dude.
it on TV. Now I can
just go
like I get excited.
Fucking spend an hour or two, get the fuck out of there.
Dude, once you go, we'll go sometime. We'll go play like a 9-hole or whatever. And once you go and you're just drinking and you're having a good time, and as long as you make contact with the ball, you won't get that frustrated. But if you can easily get frustrated because it's very easy to miss.
Yeah, that's what I want to avoid, getting fucking frustrated.
Yeah, sometimes I want to break shit. I get very angry.
It's like it's Sunday morning. I'm having some brewskis, kicking it with the boys, and I'm over here getting pissed off because I can't hit this damn ball.
See, I'd rather just take the money I'm gonna spend on golfing and clubs and all that shit and put it towards hunting and guns and go out and
Well, why not do both? Get yourself a little shitty set. That's what I did. I paid only $200 for my set
on Craigslist.
No, at Golf Galaxy. They were having a sale. It was $100 off. I was like, it was Arctic camo, digital camo. I was like, fuck, I'll take that. I'll take that right now. Played the same day with it. Got rid of my clubs that my ex gave me. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Not gonna say no names. Hey you.
Shout out Stockton.
Those was it Stockton? Mountain House, bro. Mountain House. R.I.P.
Mountain Mike's, Mountain House.
Mountain Mike's. Yeah, man. Golf's a crazy game. What else we got, Niad? Nothing much?
Pretty much it, man. We're at
You should be like at 40 minutes.
It's 41 minutes now.
Is it? Yeah, damn, man. That's about.
But he put on a bunch of behind the scenes bull crap in the beginning.
No, you did. Yeah, so we're about
we're
like
still
30,
running to 45
38.
minutes. So we're at 38.
Well, shit.
Working out the kinks out, still.
Yeah, we still got to learn how to edit and putting all this stuff together. I wonder if they have like Bluetooth mics that we can set up to the phone, because the phone is way better picture than this laptop.
That
no
company
offense.
Hey man, this laptop's from 2012, bro.
They sell shit for
still rocking.
Shit, my nephew's from 2012. Shout out to Young G. What were you saying?
That company I sent you guys Instas of the tripod, they sell mics for iPhones, like camera lenses to put on top of that. Everything can be done from a setup like this, but better.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. You know what I wanted to talk to you guys about? That book, Can't Hurt Me, by David Goggins.
David Goggins.
He's controversial.
Jesus, man, that book is so good, and I don't agree with everything that he says because he's a very intense person,
Yeah.
But the morals are there.
Elaborate on that for me. I like to hear.
Yeah, the discipline is good,
opinions.
So he's all about very like pushing your body to the brink of death. Like you're about the point in the book that I'm in right now, he's trying to get into this race that only so many people are allowed in. It's called like Badwater or something like that. And what he does to qualify is he runs a 24-hour marathon. You have to run 100 hours or 100 miles in 24 hours. And the guy that sets him up on it doesn't really tell him, oh, if you do this, you'll get in. It's more like you don't have any running in your background, so do it. And for you guys that don't know about David Goggins, he's a Navy SEAL, ultra marathon runner. He's super badass. And so he does this 100-mile run, right? No preparation for it. Just basically...
Just goes and does it?
Yeah, just goes and does it.
And how did it go for him?
And fuck, dude. There's a whole chapter on it, and he got fucked up to the point where he couldn't walk at like mile 70. And he talks about getting into this mindset where you basically your body's breaking down, but your mind has to be strong enough to overcome your body breaking down because the body can do so much more than what you think it can. But at some points, he's describing like, I'm pissing blood, like I'm pissing myself, I'm shitting myself.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, that's definitely something that happens for like long distance runners.
Like kidney failure, and like he's pissing out like brown spludge, and his wife is trying to take care of him, and it's crazy, man. But he grew up being abused by his father, and his brother and his mom were all abused, and finally his mom had enough and got out of that. But he's always been like very in struggle, you know, and so he talks about getting over that and overcoming obstacles, and then making it to the SEALs, and he had to do SEAL training 3 times. It's called BUDS, and Hell Week.
Nihad knows about BUDS.
They've got like really good workouts.
Fuck yeah!
That like
I bet.
All they do is like calisthenics, and like that's you can tell by like looking at David Goggins, like that's his main focus. Like I'm sure he lifts weights and runs.
He's got those fucking lats, bro.
Bro,
all
so
those pull-ups.
He shows a picture of him before he went into the SEALs.
Huge.
He was like 295. He was a big dude.
Yeah.
And but he wasn't like super fat, obese.
No, he was just like a linebacker.
He was just a big ass dude.
Yeah. He's got good.
And he lost over 100 pounds.
He had a heart condition.
Over 100 pounds in 3 months, in under 3 months, just to get into the SEALs. And so the first time that he went, he ended up getting really bad pneumonia, and so they medically canceled him out. Came back because if you quit yourself, they don't invite you back, I believe.
Yeah.
But if you leave on medical, you get to come back. So second time around, he's in his second round of Hell Week, and I think he was with Chris Kyle in one of his
the American Sniper.
Yeah. Chris Kyle, Jocko Willink, he's got a podcast, and then Johnny Kim.
They're all in the same class.
Yeah, like around the same class. So Goggins, I think it was his second time around. He was in the same one it was like SEAL Team 231, and they were in the same one. But Goggins ended up having like really bad knee issues, and he got medically termed again because I think he like stress fractured one of his legs, and his knee was just horrible. So they cut him again, and they waited a little bit for him to recover and whatnot. And they gave him a call, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna invite you back, but this is gonna be the last time that we invite you back. Like, if you go out on medical again, we're not gonna invite you back." So he goes through it again. He's having a kid this time with his ex-wife because they hooked up again. And
so he has having a kid with his ex-wife?
Yep, at this time in his life. And he has that stress on him. And he goes through the SEAL training again, finally makes it through, but this motherfucker makes it through on 2 broken legs. Not like straight compound fracture or anything, but like stress fractures. Yeah. Like super bad. He talks about it. 2 broken legs. Running at least 6 miles a day is what they do.
Yeah, they like legit run a mile to breakfast and a mile back to base. Like that's how you get to breakfast. You have to fucking run there.
Have you read the book?
Is there a time limit?
I think you would like it. I'm gonna give it to you after I'm halfway done. Awesome. But
I follow a lot of those guys that I've learned about from Joe Rogan. Like you've got Jocko, Andy Stumpf.
Yep.
The thing about David Goggins is that like he's controversial in the SEAL teams because like the media paints a picture of like he's like ideal Navy SEAL, but it's like this fool never deployed or anything. He just like sounds in the SEAL teams like the atmosphere is like this dude just did the whole physical thing and got the label as a SEAL, but I don't think he ever
he became one, but he never went into
he never deployed. Dude, never went into action.
That's the thing.
Gotcha.
He ain't got that action.
Exactly. Because like there's this one guy Andy Stumpf who's from Santa Cruz. Like he's like David Goggins' age, like that whole team.
What was it like? Circumstantial kind of things? Like there wasn't anything that for him to deploy, or was it like his choice kind of thing? Like, I want to be a SEAL, but
I don't think you have a choice. If you're a fucking SEAL, they say you gotta go over
hey,
here.
It's not my fault that like
deployed,
I went into the Marines or something like that. Not to say that I did,
yeah.
But if there's not a war going on, I'm still a Marine. I still did my part.
He's
you know
that. I don't. I think he just due to because he had a heart condition that operated on they don't fuck with you in the military if you've got conditions like that where if you're gonna just die on them, they'd rather not take you. But
they want strong bodies.
But they let you through
to go to war.
They let them through.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's why he's so controversial. Amongst some of the guys in the SEAL teams, where it's I've only ever seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast, never on any other Navy SEALs platform. You know.
And I'm all for mental toughness and there's points when I'm running or something, I'll dig a little deeper and just say, hey, don't stop running. You could slow down a little bit, but pick it back up. Just don't stop. But I'm not doing anything to where I need to just
piss blood.
Yeah,
exactly.
Shit your pants.
Hey, and all the power to you if that's what you're gonna be doing. Yeah. But I'm not gonna do it unless I'm working towards something. Maybe one day when I drop more weight and I get down to my zaddy daddy weight, maybe I might get into something like
Was
that.
It chubby to hubby?
Fucking chubby to hubby, and fatty to zaddy. But shit, at the time right now, I'm not training to do anything besides get better and feel better.
Amen.
That might help too, is running 100 miles, but also
I think a book like his is great for that. Just getting that mindset,
that anything's obtainable. I think one of the things in the past that really hindered me from losing weight and getting into shape was just
discipline. Motivation's easy. Discipline is hard.
Well, yeah,
it's easy to get motivated for something.
Exactly.
You can be like, oh man, today's my first day.
You got to turn that motivation into action.
It's about discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline's the hardest thing.
And that's what
me and Bronco, I was telling Bronco about how you have to do that walk every night, otherwise you have to start over.
Yeah, dude. And I gotta fucking go down to your car and grab my water, because I don't know how much water to drink. Yeah, because I'm at the end of my water and I don't know how much is left in there, so I don't want to overdrink.
Well, I feel like it's not too bad to overdrink some water.
Well, no, but I want to know where I'm at, or else later on when I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna be like, did I really drink a gallon? Did I drink a gallon? And then I might wake up tomorrow and just be like, fuck, I have to start over again.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I need to get that water for sure.
So you guys just drink 2 gallons tonight?
Fuck. No, I don't think my balls can handle it. But hey, man, it was a great episode. I feel like we could go on talking a little bit more.
We could. But, we're at 48.
Yeah, I think we should cut it here. We got some more to talk about next time.
Next week.
For sure. Hey, Nihan, thank you for being the behind the scenes man and making things happen. Next time it'll probably go a lot smoother when you stay behind the scenes more.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll have our actual fact checker. But hey, man, thanks for tuning in, and if you stayed through the whole episode, thank you even more. Shout out to all of you guys that are watching.
Good night, everybody.